Yo, John Nation, it's y'all boy, Mac the Giants fan, coming back at y'all with the Week 15 edition of the True Blue Aftermath. Week 15 in the books for the New York Football Giants. You know what I mean? And same old results. Offense out there laying an absolute egg. Offense out there laying an absolute egg. Once again, they stink. They're terrible. They're pathetic. Offensively, it is very hard to look at this football team. Week to week, it gets uglier and uglier every week. Once again, we appear to be allergic to the goddamn end zone. This team refuses to score a touchdown. What's good, Logan? This team absolutely refuses to break the goal line and score a touchdown. I mean, I've never seen a team so allergic to the end zone like the 2021 New York Football Giants. Defense out there, once again, playing hard, playing their hearts out, keeping us in the game, staying competitive. Even with the offense turning the ball all over the place, Cowboys still only managed 21 damn points. The defense is doing their job. This offense is absolutely a joke. It's pathetic. And then we finally did get to see a little Jake Fromm appearance late at the end of the game, the last possession, last drive. It was pretty impressive. It was pretty, he had a pretty impressive drive, all things considered. His first real NFL action ever in his career so far. It wasn't a bad looking drive. And who knows, maybe he could have gave us a little more than Mike Glennon's sorry ass did the whole game. Because once again, Mike Glennon, you sicken me, bro. You sicken me. How are you an NFL quarterback? Basic passes you can't seem to hit on, bro. I know there was some drops too in there. It's not all totally on Glennon, but at the same time, man, his accuracy is less than questionable. What's good, Slay? Good to see you, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to say anymore about this offense. I'm at the point where we might as well just go forward with Fromm the rest of the way, because who knows? Who knows? Maybe the kid can show that he could be a viable piece going forward to move on with next year. Who knows? At this point, that's all we need to see. We just need to evaluate talent the rest of the way. I'm not saying go out there and don't play to win. Obviously, we play to win the football games, but we just need to evaluate talent as well. See what we really got on this roster. See what's worth moving forward with. I'm going to tell you who's not worth moving forward with, Mike Glennon and most of this damn offensive line, who, for what it's worth, didn't play their worst game. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you, bro. But obviously, man, this offense has more problems, I think, than we all realize, to be quite frank, man. It's really bad. And Sterling Shepard, man, I love the kid to death, man. This dude's made of absolute glass, man. He is the most fragile dude I ever seen, man. This guy gets hurt just like thinking about the next play. Like, I don't get it, man. I know this is a non-contact injury, like it was probably his Achilles, something like that, because usually the way he grabbed his ankle down there low on his ankle without even being touched, that's usually somebody that's blowing their Achilles, man, which is obviously going to end the season for Shep. And for what it's worth, just late in the season, it can make him not even 100% ready for next year. But who knows? He might not even be our problem next year. Because I'm honestly at the point where there's no point going forward with a guy that absolutely cannot stay healthy. I mean, I love the dude to death, man. He's been a good soldier for the Giants, man. When he's healthy, he's always been there. He's ride or die, man. But at the same time, when he's healthy is the key, man. He's very rarely healthy, man. See, for all y'all that want to talk about Saquon Barkley's injuries, no. Sterling Shepard is the key. That's what injury prone is. Sterling Shepard is injury prone. That's what injury prone is, people. This dude literally gets hurt every single season and misses multiple games every single season. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you on that, Jeff. I think that was his last play, unfortunately, and it's a shame that a play like that, him getting injured, a serious injury, probably going to be it for his career at the New York Giants, man. Yeah, Shepard just can't stay healthy, but he is a good player. I did once again agree, man. I think the kid, when he's healthy on the field, he's always a good, reliable option. He's always been good. Definitely not anybody's number one, but he's proven to be a solid number two guy in your slot. You can put in the slot, make some nice plays for you, man. Yeah, but I can't see us continue going forward with Shep, man, Greeny Green, because the kid just can't stay healthy. Yeah, I was just talking about Jay Fromm had an impressive drive on that last drive, and I feel like we should just go forward with him, Nate. I definitely agree with you on that, man. We should just go forward, see what he got, man. And like I said, at this point, we need to evaluate and see who are the viable pieces on this team, man. Absolutely was a horrible game, Bird, man. Thanks for stopping by too, bro. Appreciate you, man. Right about now, he is, but at the same time, the Eagles are still in it, man. I mean, not necessarily for the division title, but they can still make things interesting, man, down the stretch, man. And for what it's worth, Washington ain't all the way out of it either. See what happens in that. That's going to be a big game on Tuesday night. See what happens in that game, man. Greeny Green, I hope you're right, man. I hope you go out there and do that. But knowing this coaching staff, I wouldn't be shocked if we just go right back out there and throw Glennon back out there for the start. It just wouldn't shock me. Nothing surprises me with this coaching staff anymore. So even though Fromm had that impressive drive, man, at the end of late in the game, I can just totally see this coaching staff going back to Glennon, because that's the kind of things that we seem to do. And for what it's worth, Fromm's like he's out even between Daniel Jones and Glennon. At least he knows has a better idea how to get the ball to Golladay. Too little, too late. But at the same time, he also showed promise in that department. That was a great throw and a great catch late in the game. Good connection by the two of them, man. It sucks, man, that they had to cancel y'all game, Bird, man. It's going to be even weirder with the game on Tuesday night. I'm just really pissed off about all these games getting moved around because it's the first week of the fantasy playoffs, and I got a couple teams and trying to make a run, man. And it's tough when you got guys might be playing on that may or may not be playing on the Tuesday night, and you got to figure out how to set your roster up. You know what I mean, for the first week of the playoffs. So that's kind of screwing me up a little bit. But yeah, we'll see, man. Thomas right now, we know he's definitely a part of the future. We definitely know he is. But yeah, I don't know, man. Golladay, Barkley, even Tony, no one, because of injuries, inconsistent play. Well, obviously we know Tony. You know Tony's gonna be here obviously for at least another year or two. I mean, you would think, no matter what. But shit, you're right. I mean, you figure Galladay's gonna get at least another year, no matter what. Barkley, who knows, man? You get the right trade offers in the offseason, or see what happens, man, because he's put together a couple pretty solid games the last couple of weeks. You know, he's starting to at least look a little bit like the old Saquon Barkley. I know he had a big fumble today, but literally the man's third fumble of his entire career, and only the first one he's lost. So don't like to hold that against him too much because he's definitely far from a turnover machine. Yeah, I mean, right now there's a lot of unknowns with this football team. That's why I feel like we need to really, really get to evaluating what we got on this team, and we have to. It's just a must as far as I'm concerned. We're at the stage where we're sitting at 4-10 now. So what's the best we can be is 7-10, which is not likely to be the case. And yeah, we need to find out who on this team is the players, man. Slay, man. I was very optimistic this offseason. I bought in. I'm not going to be doing that same thing this offseason. Now this team has to absolutely flat out prove it to me. They have to prove it to me. We have to prove we can be a competent football team, a competent franchise again. I don't care what moves we make in the offseason. I don't care who we hire, who we fire. This team must prove to me that they are a competent football team. and a competent franchise. I will not be buying in to any offseason hype. I don't care if we get signed the absolute best stud free agent that's on the market. I don't care if we get the top prospect in the draft. I don't care about any of that. This team has to prove to me that they are a competent football team, especially offensively. I see Joe Judge is a little less conservative today. I can appreciate that. But also, I don't know. It's like you pick your spots sometimes, and you pick the weird ones that feel like Joe Judge. You don't want to go for it on other teams when you're on plus territory, but you're going for it in negative territory. And with that being said, it's only 1 yard we need to get, and there's no excuse not to be able to get that 1 yard. That quarterback sneak, the Cowboys stuff that's on, also atrocious. The offensive line got absolutely no push whatsoever. Glennon did not have a chance in hell of converting that. And to be quite frank, Daniel Jones probably wouldn't have converted it either, even though he's definitely a lot better running the quarterback sneak than Mike Glennon. But at the same time, that offensive line got zero push on that play, at nothing at all. That's possibly, like I said, I mean, Barkley could be gone as soon as next year, honestly. I mean, that's just a reality we got to start thinking about, man. That he could be gone as soon as next year. You know Golladay is going to be back here at least another year, no matter what. That's just not, I mean, he's going to be back another year for sure. Jones is up in the air as well. I mean, right now with this neck thing, we don't know what the hell really going on with that. I mean, to me, it's like it's just a mystery, man. There's a lot of secrets and weird things going on about this neck injury, man. Every week they pretend that he's maybe possibly can play, he's okay, maybe, and then all of a sudden it's, oh no, he's out, not clear for contact. Neck structural damage. It's more serious than they're leading on. I don't know what the truth is about this neck injury. What I do know is I just don't see any reason with this kid don't having a neck injury for him to be back on the field at all this season. So I think we should have shut him down just because it's just the only thing that can really happen at this point is him come back out in the next 3 games and get hurt if he is clear for contact. I don't know. It's been such a weird mystery, man. What's good, Eagles Uncensored, man? Thanks for stopping by, man. Happy holidays to you too, my brother, man. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, at this point, man, I done got used to these losses now, man. This is just the story of my New York Giants the last however many years, man, at this point. So, I mean, I appreciate that, though. Happy holidays to you and your family too, man. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you, Net. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you, brother. And yes, the O-line was bad again, but like I said, they weren't. It also was not their worst performance, man. So as bad as even though they weren't good, they've certainly been worse. And I think Daniel Jones could have gave us a better chance to win this football game, just the way with the way the defense played. But at the same time, who knows, man? I'm not Nostradamus either. We probably would have been a different game plan anyway if Jones was out there, and then who knows how that would have played out. So, but Mike Glennon is just, I mean, just the fact that Jake Fromm comes in the game and immediately gets us downfield into the red zone. I don't know what these coaches need to see, man. What more they need to see? Mike Glennon ain't that guy, man. He's not that dude. And like I said, I'll straight up admit it. I was not upset when we signed Mike Glennon last season in the offseason. I thought he was a total upgrade from Colt McCoy as a backup quarterback. And wrong answer. Yeah, I was wrong. Straight up wrong. Mike Glennon is absolute dumpster juice. He's trash. I really don't want to see him on the field no more. Like I said, at this point, we're losing with him. So does it matter if Jake Fromm comes in and we still lose? I mean, what difference does it make what quarterback you're losing with? If we're losing, we're losing. Might as well see what we got in a young Jake Fromm. You never know. This kid could be a diamond in the rough. He certainly looked pretty sharp and pretty confident, might I add, on that last drive. Pretty damn confident. That was the biggest thing I noticed about him. He had a command of the offense that Mike Glennon didn't seem to have the entire game. So, if anything else, the kid came out and played with a level of confidence that I can appreciate. So, why not just see what he got, man? I just don't get it anymore, man. I just don't. I don't know, man. I'm at a loss for words because I just can't believe this team is this bad. This team, I'm not saying we were like super hyped up in the offseason, but I think it was a lot. Not just Giant fans thought that this New York Giant team was going to be a lot better than what it is. The fact that we are worse than we were a year ago is telling. It's telling, and I'm not. I don't know. I might drop a little video or something tomorrow, and sitting in the car like I do when I'm at work or something. But I don't know, man. And go into a little more detail about this but there is just big problems in this organization, man. This starts all the way at the top, and we know who's at the top. Mr. Marr. There are big problems. They need to be addressed, and they need to be addressed correctly and effectively, man. Because everything you've been doing the last 10 years has simply not been working. You sold our souls, I felt like, for one season to make it to the playoffs. And we didn't even make a playoff run. We were one and done anyway. And we pretty much sold our souls for that. We paid for a team that offseason. We paid for a defense. And yeah, sure, it got us to the playoffs. Where has it got us since? Nowhere. This team is bad, man. And they're just, it's just really bad. So, yeah, I'm going to get ready to wrap this one on up. So go get ready for the Eagles on Sunday, Giants. Catch them on a very short week. See what happens, man. See if that can give you enough of an edge. Right about now, you ain't giving me a lot to feel confident about. But can you give me a Merry Christmas and maybe go out there and beat the Eagles on Sunday, man? I hope so. I hope you can. But make sure y'all tune in with me, man, on Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. for the real deal. NFC East round up. I have my man, special guest co-hosting with me, man. My guy, Hit Squad Productions will be my special guest on Wednesday night. So please tune in, everybody. And I'll see y'all then, man. And it's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. Peace! If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Mac the Giants fan. That's MACDA Giants fan.